Hi everyone, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscription. This is the daily forecast. It is a broad spectrum, all signs reading, and it is created for originally Friday the 28th. Do not get caught up on the date. If you're seeing this video on a different date and it makes sense to your situation, by all means utilize it. I do believe readings can be timeless and can find us when we need them rather when they were originally created for. If this doesn't make sense or doesn't seem to fit your situation, that's okay. Nothing's broken or wrong. You just might be working on something different at this time. Please, if you're new, check out my drop-down menu underneath any of my daily videos. In there, some housekeeping rules, things I want you to think about when utilizing the channel, what decks I'm using for the reading, how to contact me via social media to follow me, or to contact me for a private reading. You can message either my Instagram page or my Facebook business page. Know that I will never reach out to you to sell you a reading, so if anybody does, that's probably not me. You have to instigate or initiate contact for the sale of a private reading. Also, easy ways to support the channel. You can do so by hitting that thumbs up button, subscribing to the channel, or leaving me a question or comment, or sharing the video out. All of those things greatly help the channel, so I appreciate them all. And I will be referring back to the Sunday underpinning energy. This is the Sunday reading. It is the underlying energy of the week of what we're experiencing. So if you hear me, Sven's being weird. If you hear me referring to cards that don't make sense or that you don't see in this reading, they're in that reading, and that populates in the lower left-hand corner at the end of this video, so you can always check that out. So let's see what the cards want us to know today. So our card for the day is the Ten of Cups, Ten of Water, this happy Buddha, and it's interesting to me because we saw that card laugh yesterday. The Ten of Cups is like the happily ever after card, right? It does signify an ending because it is the 10, but the Ten of Cups is this like emotional happiness, this fulfillment, this sense of well-being, right? It's also connected to the emotions, but this being a Buddha, I feel like because we feel maybe emotionally content, well, happy, we also feel spiritually content, well, and happy. And we can enjoy that spiritual awareness. It also is tying into yesterday's High Priestess card, which is a very spiritually connected card. In this Buddha, he's spiritually connected. He doesn't let things bother him. He stays in the middle of the road and just kind of understands life is the way that it is, good or bad or otherwise. It's not necessarily affecting us emotionally. We're not going to allow things to get in our way, to slow us down, to stop us or frustrate us. There's actually even maybe an opportunity here to feel emotionally content and have, some humor around the situation or some peace around the situation, whatever it is that we may be dealing with. So channeling this energy would be key today. We have the Two of Cups as the midweek underpinning, but because this is Friday's reading, we also have that Nine of Wands in the midst of all of this, which does indicate that maybe there was a past challenge of some sort, but that past challenge is informing us in such a way that we understand why we went through what we went through, and we're able to put that to good use, that information to good use, to bring about this emotional well-being, this emotional contentment, and use it to our advantage, right? Wands are about the spirit and passion and about personal completions. Tens are about completions with an entire situation. So we might feel like we've reached the end of a scenario that we were struggling with, but no longer are. We feel understanding of the situation, maybe even pleased with the situation and the outcome at this point, especially emotionally. Let's look at the Rose Oracle. We have the Wild Rose. Do it your way, embrace your uniqueness, and untamed. The three faces here make me feel like the Three of Cups in a way. You know how the three women come together? And with the Wild Rose and this Ten of Cups, it just, water feeds roses. And so the Wild Rose indicates untamed growth, untamed expansion, and allowing the Ten of Cups or our emotional well-being to indicate that expansion, in embracing our uniqueness, doing it our way, not stopping for anyone else or allowing others' opinions to limit us in any way, shape, or form. We feel expansive, emotionally harmonized, um, just really content and okay with the situation or whatever it is we're dealing with. Things don't stick to us today, is my feeling. Let's go. It's not stopping our growth by any means. Let's go to the clarifiers. We have the Two of Cups. This was the midweek card underpinning in Sunday. So that energy is also still there. It is an energy of relationships. It can be the relationship to ourselves or relationships to a situation or another. But whatever this is, it's a symbol of love. It's a symbol of reciprocation. It's a symbol of mirroring, right? And seeing the truth in a situation, but from a place of compassion, love, harmony. And so I like that this is here because I think that this Two of Cups feeds the Ten of Cups in our emotional well-being and allowing us to grow. We have the Six of Cups. This is a card also of love, harmony, nostalgia, friendships, coming together, honoring those relationships in a very real and profound way. It can be a card of past lives or soulmates. So there could be strong feelings today, but in a very positive way, strong connective feelings, especially with the Two of Cups here. And the last card is the Empress. Wow. Empress is associated with the sign of Venus, which is a planet of beauty and love, compassion, fertility. The Empress is creativity. She's nurturing. She is like the Queen of Pentacles, which we've seen 3 times this week on steroids. So I kind of feel like what we're doing today is we're holding ourselves to a high regard. We're understanding what we deserve. That's the Empress's energy. I love that both yesterday and today we've seen very strong feminine presence, clarifier cards, right? The High Priestess was in the Empress's position yesterday. It's almost like we're taking the spiritual wisdom of the High Priestess that we've come across. We're allowing it to indicate to our emotions, our relationships, and our creativity or what it is we want in our world, and putting it together into a 3D space, right? The Empress is that 3D creator. She is connected to the environment around her, to earth, to fertility, to change, to possibility. And we understand all of that from this emotionally sound place that is based in compassion and love. And in that compassion and love, we allow ourselves to grow, to embrace ourselves, to understand our feelings, to really nurture them, ground them, and create more beauty in our life, right? More love, more compassion, more peace, more happiness, and to grow from that space, honoring the relationships that we have the way that they are, not necessarily trying to change them per se, but very much a space of acceptance of how they are and where they're at, and an appreciation is here too. Let's go to the grounding stone. And the grounding stone is focus. I think what we focus or how we focus is going to be key today. We want to be focusing from this place of positivity, from this place of creation, from this place of harmony, balance, connection, compassion. And then from there, with that focus, allow that focus to inform the steps we take, the choices we make, the things we say, the movements we make within situations, relationships, or within connections, whether they be to ourselves or anyone else, that push us forward in a way that is extremely positive and extremely balanced. Empress, I will say this, because she's associated with the planet of Venus, she's very closely associated with the energy of Taurus too. So even with the Mercury retrograde going on, I think we can still keep this focus on this sense of love, harmony, emotional contentment, and allow that to lead us, to be our guide, to allow us to embrace ourselves and to grow within our relationships or within situations that otherwise maybe we haven't felt like we can move forward. This definitely feels like an opportunity to move forward, but we need to stay focused on what it is that maybe we need emotionally, how it is that we feel, and honor those feelings today. Really truly honor them, nurture them, and acknowledge them as being valid. That is the Empress's energy there. She is the atypical divine feminine, right? She is about creativity, rebirth even, feeling connected to our environment, to situations, to relationships in a newfound, or in certainly a very loving, compassionate way with the Six of Cups and the Two of Cups here. This could be about soulmate relationships and bringing our best foot forward to those relationships, maintaining that focus and allowing ourselves to grow within these situations in ways that we maybe didn't otherwise see as possible. But we are certainly honoring them today and experiencing them. We're no longer going back to the past pains or hurts. We've used those things to kind of educate ourselves, inform ourselves, and make ourselves more whole, complete, and I want to say stable within whatever it is that is going on around us. I hope that makes sense, you guys. What we focus on really is what we bring to ourselves. The focus here feels very positive, possible, and emotionally sound. So keep that in mind as you move through the day today, and keep reverting back to that emotional soundness as we create whatever is happening with us. That is your reading for the day. I hope that it makes sense. Please like the video, share the video out, leave me a question or comment. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you do get notified when I put up a new video. I do daily content. This should be an extremely powerful and harmonic day, so enjoy it and make it for all it's worth. Take care. Bye-bye.